Welcome to the Uncringed Podcast. I am your host, GC Rex, Steven, whatever you want to call me, and I'm here with Yo Boy Denzel, aka Yo Boy Denzel Comedy. And yeah, we're here. We're a podcast. We exist.
Put that on the t-shirt.
Not a lot of people know,
podcast, a podcast that exists.
Facts. Tagline. We're here. And yeah, so let's get started. We got a good show, a lot to talk about, but most importantly, we're on a lot of platforms as of yesterday. We out here in these streets. We on iHeart. We working on Spotify. We working on Apple. We working on Google. I said we on a lot. We working on a lot, but we on a couple. But we working. We on
two of them.
We on two of them. Both of them. We gonna be there soon. All right, we coming through straight like that. All right. I don't see the problem. You can click the link. Okay.
So come to a city near you on a date to be announced.
No, but we out there. The YouTube has launched. The TikTok has launched. The TikTok has garnered a couple of views. Most important platforms for us. Go to the TikTok. Go to the YouTube. And if you would like to listen to it, you can listen to it on SoundCloud. You can click the links as well in the YouTube and the TikTok and listen to it on our direct website. So, yeah. Boom. Sound good?
Nice.
Sound good.
Good.
So let's start off with...
That was a better advertisement than Raid Shadow Legends.
Speaking Hopefully of which, they'll
this
call
podcast
us
is brought... No.
I wouldn't hate. I would genuinely play the game if they paid me a bag. I would genuinely give it a try.
They give me a bag of raisins. This is the greatest RPG of all time.
It really makes you feel like you're a Raid Shadow. No,
it
all right.
Puts you in the boots of somebody getting the money sucked out of their pocket. But let's get into it.
All right. No. You good. So since we're here, let's talk why we're even doing the podcast, what this podcast is about. Because I realized that the first episode that we put out, we did not necessarily give it a detailed direction of what we actually are and what we want to be. So we just kind of just went for it.
The point.
Right. So, yeah, let's break it down a little bit. So what is this podcast to you?
To me, this podcast, something
fire.
About
this podcast is fire. First and foremost, all right? I want to get that out the way. It's fire, first and foremost. But you can go ahead and continue, all right?
This podcast is about nerd culture. You could tell that this is live. This podcast is about nerd culture and discussing pretty much like the day-to-day life of that culture, and pretty much taking stuff that at one point in time may have been like, that's what you're into, and being like, nah, it's actually pretty dope. It's pretty cool, and giving everybody a nice, safe place to talk about it and discuss back and forth.
Facts. That is 100% correct. And I think what's interesting is what I've realized growing up through the years is that just like people have extracurricular activities like basketball or they might drink together or they might, smoke a little here or there. They might go play pool. Women might go get their nails done. Anime has kind of been, not anime specifically, but anime games and stuff like this has kind of been a thing that no one has kind of brought together. It's a little shunned. So it's funny because a lot of people who are a part of it don't come together the way that they should. But we all got an opinion on these games. We all got an opinion on these shows. We all watched them growing up. We all played these games.
Indeed.
So there needs to be a place for us to talk about it, or at the very least, somebody to kind of bounce your ideas off or somebody to listen to, just, because I can't tell you the struggle. Well, I can tell you the struggle of
Mhm.
watching a show that no one else watches. That's a struggle. Like, as a matter of fact, that should be one of our first topics to talk about, because that is a real struggle. One Piece. One Piece is the best anime. Everybody should go watch it.
Oh my
But
God,
when you
no.
watch a show that nobody else watches and you don't have nobody to share it with, you end up watching a bunch of fucking dorks on YouTube. Right? And I'm joking, but I genuinely like most of the One Piece content creators. I'm not hating. It's a joke. But you end up, that's
Great.
where you end up. That's
This
where
is
you
going to be like our third cancellation in like 2 podcasts.
No, I'm not joking. I don't know a single One Piece YouTube content creator that I don't like or I haven't watched or indulged their content. I fuck with
Uh-huh.
everybody. It's a joke. All right. I ain't nobody yet. Don't cancel me. All right. Wait. Can I get a bag first before I get canceled?
Nah,
All
man,
right.
you can't even get the plastic bag before we get canceled.
Yeah. But yeah, no. It's a struggle because you could watch something and be like, that was fire, and nobody cares.
That's a whole
And
fact.
yeah, the people who do care, they're like, yeah, I watched it, and then it's
It's
like,
all
should we
right.
talk about it or like, nah?
It's
But yeah,
like I'm at work the other day, and Attack on Titan is heating up, right? Like we
hundred
we in
percent.
the last bit of the last season,
Mm-hmm.
and I have coworkers who I don't know if they into anime or anything like that because I work with a whole bunch of like older dudes, and then some guys are like in my age bracket. Some of them even like a little bit younger.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell if this is what they into, and I don't want to be that guy who's like, "Did you see the latest anime?"
Yeah, people kind of flip it on you, like, nigga, you talking about that here? Like, it's like, no, it was dope. Just like you seen the game last night, I seen it. Attack on
Uh huh.
Titan yesterday. You know what I'm
Like when
saying?
it's like sports or something like that, you could just like you caught the game, and that'll be it's one or two answers. Yeah, I saw it, or no, I didn't have time to watch it. But when
Right.
it comes to like anime and stuff like that, it almost feels like you have to have like a feeler question.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You
Yeah.
gotta feel it out, and you also
Uh
gotta
huh.
let niggas know that you're not a weirdo. You're
Uh
not
huh.
one of these weirdos that's like, oh, Naruto and Sakura. Da, da, da. Like, nah, you're not a
No.
weirdo. You like anime because you like anime. It's not your personality. It's not your identity. That's a whole different thing. So I don't know. It's kind of stigmatized in that way. It's weird. Even though people literally drink together and end up
hmm
fighting and drinking and throwing up and whatever, and that's not stigmatized. But God forbid you think that fight was clean as hell.
Uh
You just want to talk about it with a friend. So
huh.
do I sound better? Do I sound better? Do I
Nah, of
sound better?
course not.
No. Okay. All
Nah,
right.
nah, nah, nah. Yes, he does. Yeah, nah, nah.
Listen, I just want to tell somebody about One Piece. Okay, that's it. Is that too much to ask? Can you just watch the 1,000 episode? If you out there, just watch the 1,000 episodes because your
No,
One Piece friend wants
no.
you to watch it.
This feels like the anime version of like a terroristic threat.
Just watch One Piece. It's good. It's
No,
good.
no. It might be good, but it's not sit down with 1,000 episodes good, man.
It is. Listen, One
It,
Piece is the green eggs and ham of anime. Okay.
One Piece is literally the anime where if you miss the boat, you miss the boat.
All right. I'll take my foot off the gas on that one. I'll get you sometime soon to watch it. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame. I forgive you because I know that you'll really enjoy it when you get around to it. So it's all right. We'll leave
Lord.
that alone. Um so to share my story though, I had this happen to me today. When I was at work, you overheard the conversation.
Uh huh.
Basically, we were talking about the podcast today. We were pre-planning. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. Boom, boom, boom. And one of my coworkers was on the phone, and the person he was on the phone with kind of overheard the conversation, I guess, or it
Uh
was
huh.
brought in, and they just decided to start going off about Attack on Titan. It's like, yo, Eren, that motherfucker, da da da. Just start going. Yo, like I get it though. I get it as a fellow anime fan. I get it, and everybody else on my job, including the person that she was calling to talk to,
Uh
was
huh.
like, "What the hell is wrong with her?" And I'm
It's
like, "No,
just.
I get you. Like, I get you 100%." So he just handed me the phone. Like, can you handle this? And we just talked. Attack on Titan for like 15 minutes, and she just wanted to get it off her chest. I'm like, I have a podcast about this. You could just, this is for you. This is a place for you. So, that's my story about that. So, yeah, it's a
So
struggle out here, bro.
I be having like similar stories. Like I haven't had one with anime yet.
Mm-hmm.
However, there's one coworker that I have. We were talking back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
and what was it? I like offhandedly mentioned something from like Squid Game. Now, Squid Game is by no means like niche. It's kind of niche, but like a
Started
bunch of
off
people
that
mess
way.
with it.
Yeah, it started off niche.
Uh-huh. But it's still not one of those things where you will say something like and like expect somebody to like catch the reference or something like that. Say, oh, that guy, you're talking about Song Woo. I'm like, yeah, I am talking about Song. You know Song Woo.
Yo, no, I feel
And
you though.
I wouldn't guess that this person even like watches stuff like that, like just like off rip, but it just
Mm-hmm.
like happens.
It does, and it's the people you least expect it. And honestly, you'll find out that there's varying tastes. Like I had one of my coworkers, right? Who was
Uh-huh.
really into like I'm not trying to play him. This is my guy from years back. He was really into like ichi anime and like harem anime, and that was his bag. So
The
even though
harem.
yeah, he liked the girly girl type, and I'm not trying to play him. Some of that stuff is fire. I'm gonna be straight up, but it's not what I go to. I probably need a recommendation to get into that.
Tenji
But
Muyo.
which one?
If I had to assume.
Which one?
Tenji Muyo.
This was years ago.
Oh, not
So
Tenchi Muyo.
I don't even know what you just said just then. So
Tenchi Muyo.
you go ahead. Look, I might need the recommendation. I'm just saying, like I basically he was telling me we started an anime conversation. I told him about One Piece. Um and we start rapping about it. He was like, yeah, I've seen it. But I really like this. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? I never heard of it in my life. And it's like, yeah, we can talk about it, but we're not in the same realm specifically.
Uh-huh.
And that happens a lot too. So it's
This
kind of
man rolled
a
up and just started talking about hentai.
yeah, basically. Like that's how I felt. He's showing me shit, and I'm like, "What is this?" But you know, it's not always easy to find someone that shares a show with you. So I think that that's the purpose of this podcast is to kind of share in the interests of everybody and um make it a pleasant experience, make it kind of a relatable experience. Because I'm
Uh-huh.
just a dude that you probably would meet. We would have a cool ass conversation. Um, and I'm not weird, so yeah, at least I try not to be. Shit.
I mean, it sounds like you're trying to convince somebody, namely
I'm
yourself.
trying to convince myself.
Yeah.
So yeah. You have anything else on that? Or can we move on to Batman, which I know that you're excited about, but have yet to see? What's your take on it? What have you heard? Because we neither one of us have yet to see this movie,
Yeah, no
but I know
spoilers.
you're excited.
So what I've heard, right,
Mm-hmm.
is that the movie itself is quite good.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen
Same.
people giving it an 8 out of 10, a 9 out of 10. Some people take issue with a few of the choices in the movie and they give it like a 7.5 out of 10, but nobody's saying it's bad. Everybody's saying the performances in it are like either really, really good or really, 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 really good. And I'm kind of just interested in seeing it just to see how it stacks up to all the other ones, namely the one everybody's about to compare it to
Mm-hmm.
in terms of a dark, gritty Batman movie that puts Batman through his paces. There's only one
Dark Knight.
other, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Dark Knight.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know which one I'm thinking about.
And I'm not a Batman fan, people. I hate Batman. So yeah, the only Batman I tolerate is Dark Knight. So that's saying a
But
lot.
oh,
That whole
oh,
I'm gonna just be straight up with you, dog. I don't fuck with Batman like that. The first one with Ra's al Ghul, Raza, whatever his name is, right?
it's Ra's al Ghul, you
I'm
uncultured
triggering him
swine.
on purpose. I'm triggering him. The Raza, whatever. Um,
Oh
he
my god.
it was very uninteresting to me. I did not care for the villain. But I thought the movie was good. And honestly, jokes aside, I think the fact that they took Batman, which is naturally a dark and gloomy type character, and they
Uh-huh.
put him in a more mature type, gloomy type world. I thought that was dope. It's a good idea. Just like they took Spider-Man recently and they put him in a more lighthearted kitty type movie, that works.
Mm-hmm.
They took, basically themes play a big role, and I think Batman did a good job with the Dark Knight series.
Indeed.
Genuinely. And I think it works, even though I don't really like the character. So if this one does the same thing, I might be interested, but I've been hearing good things. I've been hearing a lot of comic book fans are happy for the first time. So maybe this is something for them specifically, but I don't know if it's for me yet. I just hope y'all happy with it. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all happy
Hopefully.
with it. I got Moon Knight in the ones though. When his
What?
series dropped. I don't know. I don't know Moon Knight. I don't know him, but I know if he's Marvel and he's supposed to be Batman, I think he'll whoop Batman ass. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, first of all right.
That's all I'm saying.
Moon Knight.
You don't know Moon Knight either, nigga.
I don't know
You
anything
know?
about Moon Knight. What I do know is that if Batman has a week to prepare,
That's okay. All right.
yeah.
We talking about hands. Like they see each other and
Oh,
it's
just
on
like
hands.
random
Yeah.
scrap.
Yeah. You
Random
seen that
scrap. No
TikTok?
back pep
I
time.
walked up on, he walked up on me, and it was Minky Mink Mink. If it was like that, I got Moon Knight. I got Moon
Listen,
Knight.
if it's like that, I got Batman.
Batman ain't got hands like that.
Yeah, but you see, there's a reason why most people know about Batman and nobody know about Moon Knight. Because Batman been serving knuckles.
Batman trash, bro. I'm sorry.
First of all.
Wait till Moon Knight
First of all.
series drop. We're gonna be singing a different tune. I'm gonna be talking shit every episode we come on here. I'm telling you
Man,
now.
listen, all right. I can tell you exactly why I know Batman will whoop Moon Knight in a fight. What's Moon Knight's real name, man?
Moon. First name Moon.
Listen,
His
all right.
first name Moon.
Everybody
What you
know
mean?
Batman's secret identity because everybody respects Batman. They know Bruce Wayne will come through and serve some hands. Don't nobody know who Moon Knight is because don't nobody
He
think
has
that Moon
star
Knight.
power. He got
Yes,
star
star
power,
power.
but he don't really. He's like the pampered child. You know what I mean? Real other superheroes that get it out the mud, like Black Panther. Black Panther Ben could whoop Batman ass, but
You
nobody
telling
cared
me
about
Black
Black Panther.
Panther got it out the mud?
Black Panther got it out the mud. He literally got it
Black
out the
Panther
mud.
was
What do you
born as a
mean?
royalty
He literally got the flower of the Black Panther out the mud. What do
after
you?
he came from his palace.
What do you mean? That's out. They built their whole kingdom out the mud. Now you hating. Now
Bro,
you looking at
they
their
had
glow up
millions and
instead
millions
of
of
that.
dollars of vibranium, man.
They came from nobody was paying them no
Oh, don't you
attention.
dare say Wakanda came from nothing.
Wakanda came from nothing.
Like 500 years ago.
500 years ago, Wakanda came from nothing. They built up everything. They found the vibranium. They built a beautiful kingdom, right? And then they popped out, and everybody's like, "Ooh." Wolverine was like, "Ooh, let me get some of that." Everybody's like, "Ooh, let me get some vibranium." Now they want to jump on you. That's what happened.
Did you just say
Batman.
Wolverine wanted the vibranium? You gonna get us beat to death by Marvel fans. I'm like, that's not even the metal.
Don't Iron Man use vibranium too?
Thank you all for coming to what I'm sure is going to be the last episode of this podcast.
I heard Thor's hammer was made out of vibranium.
Just everything made out of vibranium, huh?
In Kevin Feige's world, yes.
Ant-Man's helmet, that's vibranium.
That's vibranium. That's why I shrink like that and grow back up. That's why.
Bro said, yeah, Wolverine said, yeah, let me get some of that vibranium.
The sling ring from Doctor Strange. Vibranium. I'm just trying to tell you, bro. So let's do, if you want to do a quick recap since we're talking about movie series, there are 2 trailers that I want you to watch.
Okay.
One is heavily pertaining to you.
Let's see.
We're gonna start with the bad one first, or the uninteresting one first, or the one that we are obligated to watch, or the one that people want me to watch. I don't know.
This
Whatever
ought
you
to
want to
be.
call it.
Let's see what this is.
Okay, give me one moment. And keep in mind, we're doing the audio thing where it will double your audio again.
Yay! I get to
Yes,
hear
sir.
myself talk.
You get to hear yourself talk. You know what I like about this? You can't talk while the trailer plays, so I can just get my shit over, no problem.
I can't what?
You can't talk because then it'll just, it'll double your audio, so you got to be quiet.
Or I can leave that up to you in editing.
What? No. Don't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah, enjoy your time.
No. This nigga. How do I open this tab up? What did you do? A Chrome tab.
What did
Here
I
we
do?
go.
Man, my hands is right here.
I don't know. You did something.
Morbius. Discover who you're meant to be. The bad guy.
Okay, let's see this.
Okay. I don't know anything about this character, but
He's a vampire.
so he's White Blade.
Well, more like Batman. Oh, why don't you?
Batman is White Blade.
Oh my god.
Michael, what have you done?
Okay.
I was trying to help people. But the cure. It's a curse.
Michael.
It looks cool.
I have powers that can only be described as superhuman. But
Okay.
there's a cost. Now, I face a choice. To hunt
Or to be hunted.
and consume blood.
Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be corny.
We all have monsters within us.
Just the most cliched line.
Yeah. I guess I should have a little respect for these guys.
I can. Michael Morbius.
This is the part. This. Can we pause this real quick?
Yeah, hold on.
Time to let go of what you used.
That's what's confusing me about Morbius. You saw who was in it, right?
No. I'm slow on trailers.
Okay, so that was Michael Keaton.
Okay.
God damn it.
Batman.
Okay, so
Batman. What?
That is low key hilarious. That in the movie about a man made of bats, there is a Batman. We're so close to a man bat movie so far. But beyond that, and I don't know if you seen Spider-Man: Homecoming, right?
Yes.
Okay, so in Spider-Man: Homecoming, he is the Vulture.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
So you telling me Spider-Man for Batman?
I'll punch you in the face. But yes, Spider-Man pop Batman.
All right, go ahead. Spider-Man gave him the hands. Go ahead. I'm listening.
He really was a cranky old guy with technology beating up a teenager. Yeah, that's Batman.
That was old Batman. That's a fact. Go ahead.
So he plays the Vulture in Homecoming, and now he's in Morbius. But Morbius is technically speaking not connected to the MCU Spider-Man movies. Not really.
Okay.
From what I've heard. So it's confusing seeing that character pop up here. So is it like
you think it's the same actor, or you think it's the same character? Or you think it might be?
No, it's definitely the same character.
Okay.
Now I know after No Way Home, the multiverse thing is a thing, but Vulture is still squarely in the MCU's universe. But Morbius, from what I remember from like interviews and stuff, takes place in like the Venom universe, which No Way Home says is a different universe than the No Way Home MCU
not anymore,
universe.
Though. Not anymore.
It kind of is, because at the end of No Way Home, Venom got thrown back into his universe. So those universes are separate.
No, correct. But he also left the symbiote.
Huh?
He also left the symbiote. So you're saying it's a different. So Marvel is using universes as timelines. So essentially, if I understand it correctly, so
this is a little confusing.
Yeah,
because they're saying Morbius takes place in the Venom Venom universe.
Okay, so basically Sony's part of the world. That's basically what's happening.
Yes
So did
and no
Vulture get
and
sucked up
kinda.
into Vulture got sucked up into that universe most likely.
Oh god, I think that makes it more confusing.
Yeah, something crazy is going on. I don't know. Honestly, I don't like any any superhero films that don't come from the Marvel camp because of stuff like this, which is very confusing and very Hollywood in the terms of they kind of cast the same type of guys and expect you to just deal with it.
Uh-huh.
Marvel actually makes it make sense and makes it more fun and interesting. I don't know. So
We're just gonna have to
we'll
wait and see.
see. Yeah. Okay. So we could actually move. So far, what do you think about the Morbius trailer?
So far, what I thought about the Morbius trailer, it looks interesting. I'm gonna give it a watch. I thought the Venom movies were, they were kind of good. They were kind of
Okay.
good,
I
but
agree for the most part. Yeah. All right. It's not my cup of tea, but I don't hate it.
what's it called? I think Sony has learned from some of their past fumbles with the Spider-Man IP. Like Into the Spider-Verse is still one of my favorite Spider-Man movies of all time.
Still
So I'm
yet to see
hoping.
it, unfortunately. As much as I
You haven't
like
seen Into the
animation,
Spider-Verse?
and as much as I like Spider-Man, I've tried to watch that movie 100 times. I don't know why I have yet to see it in totality, but I've
Oh
seen
my
most of it.
god. I almost expected you to say
I
that it
know.
insists upon itself. How didn't you finish Into the Spider?
I have no idea. I'm actually ashamed, and maybe I shouldn't be talking Spider-Man. So all right, let me show you this trailer that is literally tailor made for you.
Okay, let's see it.
Did you know this was coming out?
I did not. I thought this series got canceled.
Hold on, let me mute this real quick. So, guys, this man, for those who don't know, I don't know why you wouldn't, because most of this traffic probably comes from him at this point, right? Okay, so yo boy Denzel has been getting his Harry Potter skits off like crazy. Okay, he's running them out. He's going crazy on the Harry Potter on the TikTok. So go ahead and go follow him. Okay, he's doing every film, right? If y'all didn't know, he told me, so I'm snitching. He's going
Sure, that's
through.
privileged information.
I'm privileged. What do you mean? So he's going through all the films in some form or fashion. And I wonder if he's ever going to get to Fantastic Beasts. That'd be great. But this movie's coming out, and I'm curious to know what you think about Fantastic Beasts and what you think about this movie.
All right, let's see the trailer.
It's been years since I've sat down and watched a new Harry Potter film, and I remember feeling like they always hid wizard fights. They always kind of slightly showed it and then went away. It never was a full fight, and I feel like they're finally figuring out how to make it look interesting and not make it look, just like two
Ooh.
people just flailing around with special effects.
Now, there was one wizard fight, my favorite in the series,
Dumbledore versus
for the
Voldemort.
movies.
Yes. Dumbledore versus
Of course,
Voldemort. That's the only one.
that
That's the
was
only
an
one.
anime fight for people who didn't know they liked anime.
But it was also disappointing. Like that's the fight that I would expect from. That's the fight I would expect from Professor McGonagall versus somebody else. That's not the fight I would expect from the two best wizards in the world.
Really?
It started. What I'm talking about is the theatrics. I'm not saying because I understand the implications of Harry Potter that it's not just this extremely overpowered world of magic, right? There are rules, there are spells, there's abilities that you can use and you can't use, and we know what to expect from who, right? So it
Indeed.
was par for course for the two characters in terms of what we expect from their power. But I'm saying theatrically, it didn't give me the goosebumps of, oh my God, this is Voldemort versus fucking Dumbledore, right? It did not give me that. What it gave me was, oh my God, Voldemort's right there and he's going to fucking kill Harry. That's what I was scared for. So I feel like watching the Fantastic Beasts movies as they grow, I'm feeling like they're kind of mastering how to make a wizard fight look interesting. And I haven't seen them all, full disclosure, because I wasn't interested. I've seen the first one, I think, a little bit of the first one, but it makes me want to go watch it. I'm not gonna lie, watching this trailer
My
just because I'm
only
excited for it.
gripe is that I don't think this storyline has anything to do with fantastic beasts and where to find them. Like, if you go back to Deathly Hollows, right, and they're detailing, the final duel between Dumbledore and Grindelwald, it was the greatest magical duel and it shaped the generation. And
Mhm.
also, Newt Scamander was there with a Pokemon in the background. That's not how it's supposed to go. This has nothing to do with that. That would be like if you're watching, say, Infinity War or Endgame, and
Mhm.
they're fighting Thanos, and they're going back and forth. Yeah, and then in the background, you see
Wait, do
Obadiah
that again.
Stane from
Wait, do
Iron
that again.
Man 1. Huh?
Wait, what'd you do?
And they're going, and then while they're
Okay.
fighting Thanos, you see in the background, like way, way in the background, you see Obadiah Stane from Iron Man 1, like, now I'll finally get the Tony Stark company. Like, no, dude, this isn't your movie. This
Facts.
ain't the plot.
I hear what you're saying, and I kind of share your sentiment. I haven't been as interested as I maybe should be, but no, for me, I still like the Harry Potter world, and I want them to find a way to keep making films if possible, because that's clearly what they
Mhm.
want to do.
Indeed.
Just move away from Fantastic Beasts and make interesting wizard fights. Show me Harry as an aura. You understand what I'm saying? Give me something else.
Technically speaking,
I
I've
know
never
there's
read
something
or
on the way,
watched The
right?
Cursed Child,
Me
but
neither. I have the book. I've read 2 pages.
oh my god.
I don't know what it is. I'm a flake. I flake on series and shows and books and movies. I'm sorry. I'm
It's
that
fine.
guy.
It's fine. Ooh, I'm a Harry Potter nut. I have yet to even begin to think about the plot for that one. I
Yeah.
think that when it comes to Fantastic Beasts series, it should have stayed its own thing, like a nice little lighthearted series where a guy goes around hunting down these magical beasts and show a not connected to Hogwarts side of the Harry Potter world,
Yeah.
and then have the Dumbledore Grindelwald thing be its own like miniseries or something like that.
Yeah, I think they could have did a lot better with it, honestly, because Harry Potter is starting to look corny, and I'm not gonna lie, it was skewed towards children, which by default skews it towards corny a little bit in terms of just watching it. It'll
Uh
be
huh.
very after school, especially, which is fine. But I think with this series, the Fantastic Beasts series, it's more of just like you seen Harry Potter before. Well,
Oh,
here's some more stuff.
boy.
Like, you're not really giving me anything new to go on. You're just cashing in on my nostalgia.
Indeed. And I think that it got to the point where they were like, well, we can't not use the Fantastic Beast license because we built it up. But
Facts.
also, nobody cares about Newt Scamander. So
Nobody
what we're
cares about him.
going to do is we're going to take the interesting storyline that people wanted to see fleshed out and merge it into it ever so gently.
It's such a bad idea. Now that we actually make it, now that we articulate it, it's clearly a bad
Indeed.
idea. They could just
Now,
build up their own IP in the Harry Potter world.
Indeed. Now, that being said, I do hope that the Dumbledore Grindelwald stuff is interesting. But
Hmm.
even like during that trailer, I'm looking like, oh snap, it's Dumbledore. Oh snap, it's Grindelwald played by Mads Mikkelsen, which is a fantastic choice for a wizard
Hmm.
Nazi, quite
Hmm.
honestly.
Hmm.
What's it called? Like he's been a James Bond villain. Like this
You,
is the guy.
you might have said
This,
that a little too happy, bro. I'm just saying. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Wizard
This is
Nazi,
the
you said
guy.
that a little too cheery. I'm just saying, what
He's the
side are you
guy.
on, bro?
Listen, all right.
I
I
don't know
am
what
so
side you're on,
glad
just
that
like
they
that.
found the perfect wizard Nazi
You
to
know this man got a
play.
family, right? You just calling him he looks like a Nazi? Jesus
No, no, no.
Christ.
He looks like a wizard Nazi, completely different thing.
Okay. Because they both don't believe in magic. Okay.
Listen, all right. Exactly.
All
One
right.
believes in tanks.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
What is it like? Even during the trailer, you're watching and you're like, "Oh, the Dumbledore stuff, interesting. Oh, the Grindelwald stuff, interesting." And then the human guy from the last two movies popped up. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, he's a pretty decent character. Oh, and then here's Newt Scamander. There's no Fantastic Beasts in this trailer.
None. It's just
Why
a
is
bunch
he
of
here?
wizards. The whole
There's
point is that
wizards
he's
trying to
collecting
kill
them.
each other. There's a wizard trying
Yeah.
to take over the world who used to be Johnny Depp, and now he's not. And now,
Yeah, no, I'm interested, and I will watch the reviews. I don't know if that's necessarily going to make me go purchase a ticket, but yeah,
I don't know. I don't think you
we'll
even
see.
go on reviews when it comes to Harry Potter movies, because if we go by reviews, Deathly Hallows Part 1 should have flopped.
Oh yeah,
They were
by the way, man,
camping.
why we here? No, they weren't. They weren't camping. Did you say they were camping?
They were camping. Deathly Hallows Part 1 was camping the movie.
It was a good film.
I'm not saying it was a bad film. They were camping. Then
They really
danced for a
fucked
little
themselves
bit.
over.
Ron got mad because of a necklace, and then he left. And then Dobby, who hasn't showed up since the second movie, died. And then we roll credits. You know I'm right.
They dig
said,
into a fight in the
Dobby,
woods, and
we
then
were
the
so
movie ended.
close. We haven't seen you in 6 years.
Oh no! Stop! Don't.
No, please stop. Come back. Harry Potter, did I do good? Yes, you did. Whatever your name was.
Yo.
In
Yo,
the books,
Dobby,
this is
man.
cool. Like in the books, I was like, oh my god. But in the movie, I'm like, I don't know this guy.
Well, in the books, Dobby appears way more. That's
Oh
the
yeah,
big thing.
he's in like 5 of the books up until he dies. You know,
Yeah.
spoiler.
Can you
for,
stop? Can you stop putting emphasis? Damn, I felt that the way you
listen,
just.
all right.
Can you let my? He was a soldier. He went out for the
You know.
team.
Dobby was a free elf. You know what else is free? That knife. Now then,
This nigga's an asshole. Yeah. All right. So listen, I got one more trailer for you, and this is kind of going off into anime. So,
So before we go
yeah.
on to it, so what's it called? We looking forward to Fantastic Beasts 3, the rewrite of Grindelwald.
I'll look at the trailers and I will pay attention to its release, but I'm not gonna say I'm already sold on it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's funny? Let's double back into this topic because this showed up when we were talking about Batman. It takes a lot for me to go and purchase a movie ticket these days.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm not just going to buy a ticket for your fucking rom-com. All right,
That's a whole fact.
Seth Rogen or whoever else is doing these damn rom-coms. I'm not just going to
that's
buy a ticket.
$25 for Seth Rogen.
It's $25 and a lottery ticket for COVID. Okay, I'm not fucking taking that risk for your fucking rom-com. Hollywood, it's not happening. It's not happening. You got to give me some shit to get me out my seat in the house because Disney Plus is hitting, Netflix is hitting,
HBO Max been handing out free movies.
HBO Max is hitting. 50 Cent got the Power Cinematic Universe going crazy. It's a bunch of anime. Elden Ring
the
dropped.
biggest question is Kanan still alive?
We still don't know. 17 series later. So it's like, why am I going? Snowfall just dropped. Why am I going to go see your film and risk getting COVID when I can stay in my house?
Exactly.
And watch Snowfall. And watch anime. And play Elden Ring, bro. Why would I do it?
You raise a good question because I absolutely agree. However, I paid $25 opening night to watch Spider-Man No Way Home. So I'm a hypocrite.
That's worth it. I'm getting up to go see all the villains come back and Spider-Man bust everybody ass.
So
and we
did you
all
go
knew
see that in theaters?
Absolutely. I went to go see it while I was sick.
So what's going? So if you were able to muster up the money,
not with COVID. Not with COVID, gentlemen and ladies. All right. I'm not a carrier.
I would hope not.
I'm not a horrible person. Okay.
You over here coughing on people's grandma.
Yeah, just to see Spider-Man like Tobey Maguire. No, that wasn't me in the theater. Okay. I had another issue.
Like you want to watch Aunt May? Now you are her.
Right. Listen, with great COVID comes great responsibility. Yo, we not gonna make it. This podcast ain't gonna make it. Okay, yeah, I think the Spider-Man was worth it though. I enjoy watching it.
So, what made you think? Like, what's the difference here? Because if you were able to excuse COVID and cost to go watch Spider-Man No Way Home, why is it now a question in your mind on whether or not you're going to make that same sacrifice for a movie which is essentially going to be the greatest wizarding domestic partnership breakup of all time.
The breakup. You want me to go see
Listen,
the
all right,
breakup?
we all know about the story of Grindelwald and Dumbledore.
I'm not going to see their sassy
This is
fucking
domestic
breakup.
argument.
Yeah, I'm not going to go see their partnership breakup. I'm cool on that.
Dumbledore's mad at Grindelwald because he's a wizard Nazi, and Grindelwald is mad at Dumbledore because they can't agree on the drapes. So
If I just
now
wanted
they're
to see
about to
that,
fight to the death.
I would just go put my ear to my neighbor's fucking door and listen to them fight. All right, it's the same thing. No, I don't know. It looks interesting, but it's not worth I don't know. Maybe for me, because I'm already not that invested in the series, it's not worth it. But I feel like these days, a series has to really capture the essence of something for me to get up and go. And I know I'm a toxic fan for that because if
It's
something
got to
looks
feel
good,
like a blockbuster, an event.
yeah, it has to be an event. It has to be perfect. It has to be a goat. It has to be a goat coming up. I'm not getting up for regular films these days unless it's not. If it's not coming on streaming, I'm not getting up unless it's a goat.
And it's
Straight
not
like
even
that.
like, it doesn't even have to be like, oh, it's the Oscar contender of the year. Like, no, listen, all right.
I'll catch that
I'm
on
not
there
gonna go
too.
watch La La Land for $25. I'm not doing that to myself.
Nope.
I don't care how many awards you say he's gonna win.
Let me ask you this question, and this is the actually we stumbled upon something I think is actually a really good answer to the question. Okay.
What's up? La La Land?
You asked me, I have a really good answer. You
All right.
asked me what makes you want to get up and go watch a film, right? Would you have gone and watched Squid Game in the theaters if it was a movie that had the same pull? If everybody in the world is talking about it, the same exact thing, the same exact buzz that it actually had. Squid Game set the world on fire for a whole month, basically. Right?
They're asking me if it wasn't available
hold
for
on.
free
Let me
on
phrase
streaming.
it. Let me phrase it.
Okay, let's hear
Squid
it.
Game set the whole world on fire for a month. If the barrier to entry was a $25 ticket and a trip to the movie theaters, right, and a COVID test when you got back home, right, would you
You're
have
answering
gone
your own
and seen
question,
it?
but I'm gonna let you keep going.
Would you have gone and seen it, and would the world have gone and seen it as easily? Hell no.
Okay. No.
And it was good. It was worth it. Squid Game was a great series. I think it was actually a very, very good series. I know some people have this thing where once it's popular, it can't be good because they're something
we
is
got a
wrong
name
with
for
them.
them. It's called hipsters.
One of those niggas, and I wasn't trying to, that's a lot of anime niggas. But anyway, yeah, like it was very good and it was worth its while. It was a 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10, whatever number you like. It was that. As
It's on
a
the good side of
film,
stuff.
it's on the good side. It was worth it, but it was an easy watch because all you had to do was turn Netflix on.
Indeed. Once you hear that badum, you good. That's it. That's the barrier entry. You click a button and you pay them $17.99, $18.99, $19.99, whatever the price is now. You pay them that, you good. You get
It's
Squid Game.
easier. Yeah.
Now, if it were in movie theaters, and it's like the same, like if I was guaranteed the same enjoyment for a Squid Game, and they said it's gonna be the same story, same characters, same storyline, same enjoyment factor, is a 1-to-1 transition. Would I watch it in movie theaters? Absolutely not.
Yeah, you would have waited for it to show up on streaming.
Oh yeah.
Most
Either
people
I would have
would've.
waited for it to show up on streaming, or there will be the chance that something like Squid Game wouldn't even make it to theaters. What's going on? Like widescreen, like wide release, because quite honestly, it would have been seen as it's a foreign film from Korea.
Right.
What's going on? Nobody's gonna be checking for that. Even it could be
like,
an
man, it's really good.
banger.
It's really good. I don't give a fuck. Nobody's gonna go see this.
Exactly. Like, for example, one of the most popular movies out of Korea. What's it called? I can't remember if it was North Korea or South Korea that made the film. I believe it's South Korea, but one of their most popular export films is Old Boy. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it.
I've heard the name. I'm not familiar with it, so you can.
It is. What's it called? It's a revenge / mystery tale. It's like it is probably the weirdest, strangest, most action-packed movie that's influenced so many kung fu movies. Like nowadays, where they go for that gritty, up close and personal type fighting stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Old Boy is a modern day classic.
Okay. So you've seen it and
It
you've enjoyed
didn't.
it. Okay.
Oh yeah, it did not see a release in the States in its original form. What they did was they got, I think it was freaking Spike Lee to
Mm-hmm.
produce a remake in
Yeah, it
which,
sounds familiar.
they take all the characters, they turn
Make
most of them
them.
white,
Mm-hmm.
and then they have them go through the same exact storyline with minor differences because God forbid you ask a wide audience to read subtitles during their movie experience.
Absolutely not.
This is America.
Right.
I don't want to read.
I don't want to read.
Have you
Ain't
seen our
no,
test score?
ain't no fucking shadow clone jutsu. I'm not reading. All right. Ain't no opening. I'm not reading.
Oh,
That's it.
so already, like, I wouldn't like me, and I liked Old Boy like a fair bit, but me personally, I'm not paying money to go to the movie and watch it. That's conditioning, unfortunately, and I've missed out on several great films because of that conditioning.
No, and it's
But
not your fault. It's not your fault. That's just how it is at this point in this day and age.
mhm,
Series kind of are an easier barrier to entry because 9 times out of 10 they're on streaming,
mhm,
right? And people don't go to TV to watch a series anymore unless they can save it and go back to it, or it's on some sort of streaming services they can go
uh-huh.
back to it.
Or you can just
Nobody does
binge
that.
it in one shot.
Right. So a series is almost guaranteed to be on streaming. So it's an easier barrier to entry than a film, right? Is 50-50. So
Uh,
it's like, I don't know if you're going to try to go to the theaters with this. I don't know if you're going to sell it to somebody. But when is the last time you watched an original Hulu?
ew.
Okay. Exactly. So this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, if
Like,
I watched a Hallmark movie.
what? That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have the same, it don't hit the same. So like a film by itself
Shoot,
is a
Netflix
way
hardly be
higher.
hitting. I still, to this day, I have no idea why Bird Box was so
That
popular.
shit
It's not a great
ass.
movie. It was not a really good movie.
It was
But you
ass.
know what? People were at home for Christmas and it came out. And people were like, it's a movie where we can't afford the budget to make the monster. So you can't look at it.
All right, so I got one more thing. Let's transition. There's one more trailer. I want to transition to anime. So do you have anything you want to say about movies and shows or anything comic book related before we go to anime?
Not much. Want to watch Batman,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not sure if I'm gonna pay the $20 for it. I wish it came to HBO Max, like all the other
Facts.
releases that came out in the last year.
Is Justice League on streaming?
Justice
The
League is
recut, the
definitely on
director's cut.
streaming. The 4-hour cut. You think somebody was gonna go to movie theaters and watch 4 hours of Zack Snyder? No.
My point exactly. I'm not going to see a new Batman, an unproven Batman.
That's a whole
Fuck
fact.
outta
At
here.
least with Justice League, I had a thought process of it can't get much worse than how it was before.
Right.
But
Well, to be fair, if you take the world out of COVID, if you
Mhm,
go back 5 years, let's say, right?
mhm.
Let's go back even further. Everybody was happy. Obama was still president. Okay? Nobody cared about Nobody cared about politics. People just weren't mad. Okay? We'll
Uh-huh.
go back to those times. Okay? You just go to the movies and see an Avengers, whatever. Avengers Ultron is out. Whatever is out,
Uh-huh.
right?
Mhm.
Oh, it's a new Batman coming out. Would it be an easier watch then?
Oh, absolutely.
So it's the times that make it more difficult. It's not necessarily the film, is what I
It's
want to
not even more
establish.
difficult. It's just that there's way more options. The point, I think the point of movies is that it's supposed to be like an event that you're going in your leisure time. But but there's nothing more leisurely than me being able to walk around my house with a varying degree of clothing on and be able to watch whatever the hell I want.
That we're on the
I
same
can't go
page with
outside and do that. I'll be in prison before the credits roll.
we're on the same page with that. Okay, so let me move on to this. So I'm brief. We don't have too much to talk about with anime. All we really have to talk about is Attack on Titan, which you've yet to see, or have
Indeed,
you
I
watched
think
it?
I've seen 2/3 of today's episode.
Okay, so not enough because we're at the
No,
end.
because Attack on Titan likes to pull that the final 30 seconds of the episode is the most important thing you've ever seen in your life. I
Facts.
didn't know Annie was even in the plot until like the last 30 seconds
What
of like
happened
an
with Annie?
episode.
Which with what you saw? At least we could talk about what you've seen so far.
Oh, what I've seen so far. Let's see. Annie was frozen, and then she wasn't. Eren was a tyrant. Was a genociding tyrant who wanted to wipe out babies until he wasn't. Now he's just a genociding tyrant who wants to wipe out adults and babies. And
Mm-hmm.
then let's see.
Aaron Gang, all right.
Huh?
I'm Aaron Gang. I'm Team
Oh,
Aaron.
you're a Jaegerist.
I'm a Jaegerist.
Oh, so you're wrong.
No, I'm a Jaegerist. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, and I'll
Bro, he's
explain
trying
why.
to stop.
I'll explain why. Okay,
Okay, I want to hear
I'll
this.
explain why. Oh, you want me to right now?
Yeah, I want to hear.
It's
Why
really
would you want to
hard.
be
It's
a
really hard
Jaegerist?
to do this. Well, I'm gonna keep
Matter
it
of
away
fact,
from
I'll
spoilers.
sweeten the deal. If you lived in the world of Attack on Titan, would you be a Jaegerist?
See, okay, I'm so glad you phrased it that way.
Okay.
Okay, you go ahead and sit back. Let me really break this
Okay,
down.
no problem. You explain to me why you're fine with Eren Yeager's peoples
I have
stomping
two.
on your
I have
grandma.
2
You tell me.
points. I have 2 points with Attack on Titan that really stick in my craw. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and this is one of them. And there's
Did
another
you say in
thing.
your craw?
I
Continue.
don't. It just. I was just going with whatever came to me. I'm new to this podcast. Can I? Anyway.
Can I live?
I live. 2 things that stick with me is this with Aaron versus the rest of Paradise and whatever. That's
Mm-hmm.
one debate that I feel very strongly about in terms of having an opinion. And then something with Mikasa coming up. So if you know, you know. Those are my 2 things. When the Mikasa thing happened, I literally wrote 3 pages just so I can put my thoughts down because I need to get them out. So I can't wait till we have that conversation.
That might be in like next week or the week after. I think we got like 1 or 2 episodes left.
Correct. But for now, I will give you this debate. The entire world of Attack on Titan is Bloods and Crips. Okay? It's Bloods
This
and Crips.
might be the single worst explanation of this
Can I-
anime.
can
I'm gonna
I-
let you
Can
go.
I live? Can I live?
I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you have it. Let's hear
Okay.
it.
It's Bloods and Crips. Okay?
Mhm.
Some people are really about it. Some people just born into it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, Aaron, right? You know, sometimes you could be cool with the other side if things align or if y'all in the same neighborhood, whatever. That's cool. But overall, it's history there that has to be acknowledged in the relationship between the 2 people, right?
Mhm.
So, Aaron has made his stance very clear, okay? This whole situation that I'm in, right? I'm adamantly against the opposition, right? And I'm going to do whatever it takes to free my people and my team. That's what I'm about,
Mhm.
right? And that's all he's ever been about. So now that a lot of people want to click up and get together and try to have peace, Aaron is saying, no. I'm keeping the same energy and saying that before, when we didn't have no clout and we had no form of combat, we had no form of attack. It was go kill Paradise. But now that I'm this danger and we know what's going on in the world and we have some sort of information, right? Now it's let's make peace. Aaron is not okay with that, right? And a lot of people are not okay with that.
Mhm.
So Aaron has made his choice, which is an understandable choice. It may not be your choice. It may not be likable, but that's his decision, right? And I can respect that. Just like I can respect the other people to say, you know what? Let's just be friends at this point, right?
Uh-huh.
Aaron is saying we've not only have we tried that, right? Fuck, I can't. Did you learn any more about Aaron?
There might be something in this episode that I haven't seen yet, but
Damn, it's
other than
one
that-
thing. It's one thing that's in this argument. I don't want to. Can I spoil this one thing for you?
bro, if it's like a main thing, I'll log off.
Oh no. It's actually not a main thing. Aaron is the founding Titan, right?
Yes.
Okay,
He
so you know that
currently is.
part, and I'll just use that. Aaron is the founding Titan. So
Mhm.
Aaron has information from generations. Okay, he's able to see the full picture that other people are not able to see, and by
Mhm.
what he's looking at with his point of view, he decided this will never change unless one side wins. And I'm on the side that is Paradise. So therefore, I want Paradise to be the victors, and then we're gonna go live a happy life, and that's what he wants to do, right?
Mhm.
So other people are operating without all the information, but Eren is operating with all the information, right? And it just so happens that the choice that he made is the only way to stop the war and the fighting and the bloodshed and the unnecessary bull is to squash out Marley and the rest of the world, enact the rumbling, rebuild the planet. That's what he wants to do. I'm not saying that I think that's the best decision, but I understand how he came to that decision, and that does not make him a villain. I think that makes him willing to do more than anybody else is. I think that's a hero that really stuck to his guns.
Mhm.
He lived long enough to see himself become the villain. Okay? That's really what happened in his situation. And there's a couple
Okay.
things that I really want to say, but I can't until you watch the rest of this episode and next episode comes out. I think I did such a good job of trying to avoid those spoilers. But yes, so far that's that's the
Okay.
whole argument.
Okay. So here's the thing. Aaron is not wrong. Okay.
End of
Now,
debate.
without getting no, no, there's still more to it. Now, without getting into anything like current events or anything like that, this is the equivalent of somebody from like a bigger, stronger nation, unprovokedly attacking this small group that had decided to part ways with this big country years ago, has been living their best lives, secluded off and whatnot, doing their own thing. And then these guys came in with an unofficial military action with some of their troops, broke down their walls, and marched a whole bunch of people in, and a whole bunch of people died. Now, I'm not saying that this is in any way similar to like current events or anything like that. I'm not saying anything like that. Putin started the rumbling. Putin really
So-
did sit down and make the entire plot of Attack on Titan real, complete with the Ukrainian devils fighting back
with the Ukrainian devils.
and winning.
Yo.
The only thing that will make it better is if after the Ukrainian president comes out of the bunker that he's in right now, he has a man bun and a coat. And he says, "Yo, I think I got an idea."
Yo, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see next episode.
Lord. But
All
from
I'm
what I
saying.
can tell right now, Aaron's point of view is not wrong. He definitely should want his side to win.
Mm-hmm.
However, bro is pressing the Control Alt Delete button on the rest of the world. I don't think that's right. I get why he would come to that decision. It's 100% in his character to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Bro's a psychopath.
He's been a
He's-
psychopath.
Yo, he like
He's
you
been a
watch your mom
psychopath,
get
yo.
eaten. You ain't wound too tight anymore, bro.
Yeah.
And then he got his mom. He saw his mom get eaten by his illegitimate stepmom from a different country
It's really crazy.
because his daddy.
But he went through a lot and he made his choice and he stuck to his choice. If you really think about early Attack on Titan, I'm talking about first season where they went out into the forest, they're running their practice drills, Annie is wilding, kicking horses like footballs and shit.
Spinning them around like yo-yos.
Spinning niggas around, smashing them in the trees.
She
It's
literally spun somebody's block.
She treated this nigga like a fucking fidget spinner. She was walking the dog with niggas like, yo. Right? She was jump roping with people. She's a demon. She's a demon. And these are the niggas that you're telling me that Eren is now, and you got to think about it. This has been a couple years.
Mhm.
He's had time to fester. He's lived this life. He has these battle scars. He has this PTSD. And he's like, yo, you want him to chill out? He's not going to. If you take a soldier off the battlefield and you ask him, what do you want to do? He wants to destroy the enemy. Straight like that. So Eren makes perfect sense. I
Okay.
don't disagree with him necessarily. I think the
Okay.
outcome of the story should have been very different, and you'll see next week.
I'm gonna assume from the way you're talking and the way you seem disappointed in the ending, I think I might be able to tell what's gonna happen.
I promise you don't. We're both going to be very upset.
He deserves it.
I promise you, we're both going to be very upset. Are you saying Eren dies? Is that what you're saying?
Huh? From the way
Give
the
me your
story's unfolding,
guess, because I know.
my guess on what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
My absolute guess, and I'll be shocked if it turns out this way,
Mhm.
because yeah, redemption arcs are nice, but what it seems like is gonna happen is gonna come down to the wire, and Eren is just not gonna stop. And so what's gonna happen is they're gonna say, "Yo, we gotta kill this giant fish bone looking titan because this man is not gonna stop."
We got to kill this giant
However-
Jesus fish.
Exactly, this giant Jesus fish needs to die.
Okay.
And nobody is gonna be able to take this guy on. The only guy who feasibly could have killed him is Levi, and he's busy looking like Two-Face in the story currently. So, in my opinion, the only thing that's gonna stop Eren is Mikasa, and I think that because she's literally the only thing keeping Eren alive this entire series, it'll be poetic justice that this megalomaniac gets murked by Mikasa. The only other guess I can give is Armin, but he's Armin, so he's gonna.
I'm
drop
not
the
gonna
ball in some
say
way, shape, or
any
form.
more. I'm not gonna say any more about Attack on Titan. I just want you to know when we watch this final episode, I just need a good 10 minutes.
Okay, why? Because it's gonna make you angry all over again.
I'm gonna be so fucking livid if they don't change what they're supposed to change.
Steven, okay, it's not in the. It is the artist's vision to have this story wrap up the way that it wraps up.
People were giving him death threats. Not that that's news on the
People
internet.
are always giving
but-
their creative death threats. Every single
So-
time somebody does something to the character somebody doesn't like, oh my god, you need to die because this
His hair is
made-up
blue?
character is acting in a way that you wrote.
All right, so listen. Now that we're done talking about bad anime,
Bad anime.
I'm very upset by the ending.
If y'all unsubscribed just now because of my friend's statement, I understand. If I wasn't on this podcast, I'd unsubscribe too.
All right, it's peak fiction almost.
Almost.
And it's because I'm very angry at the end,
Ooh.
and it's because One Piece exists. All right.
Oh,
I
a
will
whole bunch of people are
debate
gonna be
any
stomping
ni-
in the
hold on,
comment
hold on.
section.
I will
Steve, you're
debate
starting
any
the
nigga.
rumbling.
I will debate any nigga that One Piece is better than Attack on Titan. I will win the debate as well. I don't play by my One Piece. Okay. Now, let's talk about another.
It didn't take Attack on Titan 10 years and 30,000 episodes to make a compelling story. I'll put it there and I'll leave it there.
You don't want this smoke. Let's talk about another show that's pretty good that's coming out. It comes out in a couple of days. It comes out in 4 days, and it will be on Goat Watch.
Okay, let's hear it.
Goat Watch. Goat Watch is something that we should do here that I think is a good idea, which is where we keep up with shows and movies and games or whatever that are coming out or out that are
Mhm.
fire. You know what I mean? We don't need to keep checking in. We'll just make one segment, smash everything fire in. That's the segment for all the goats. I think this has a contention to make the Goat Watch. You let me know.
All right.
This is a manga that's been going crazy. So hopefully this is a good trailer. They got 2 up. But give me 1 second. Chrome tab. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right. We're watching Spy X Family.
What?
オ
Okay,
ペレーション
let's
ス
see
トリッ
this.
クス政財界の大物たちが集う名門校の懇親会子供を学校へ潜入させ
Oh,
国
he's
家
seen
統
some
一党
stuff,
総
man.
裁に接触
He's
し
seen some
そ
shit.
んな動きを探ること
いいだろうこの黄昏子持ちの父親だろうと演じてみせる
Oh, great, a lolly.
It's not.
世の親たちはこんな高難度ミッションをこなしているのかダメだ理解できん振り向いたら殺す
Leoid
結
Pro.
構攻撃なし最終的に正
You
式
know
な
that's how they
攻
gonna say
撃
his
を承
name.
諾させる
Leoid Cougar.
こちらに
売国クソ野郎殿がいらっしゃると聞きまして。
お父様と呼ぶように。
父。
外交しかり、相手を知ることが和平への第一歩。
アーニャを知ると世界が平和に。アーニャピーナッツが好き。
うん。
So this show,
いけません。こんな考えでは殺し屋だと見抜かれてしまいます。
殺し屋。
so this series, Spy X Family, is supposed to be one of the top manga that's out right now. A lot of people have been waiting for it to get an anime because they're saying not that it'll translate better, but it'll garner a larger audience. And I think that what's interesting is it's supposed to be very violent. It's supposed to have a very dark tone and then a very fun family tone. And I
Calling it
think
now,
that
the lolly gets shot.
if that's true, this is true. No, it's supposed to be good. A lot of people like it. I think it looks really good. That next to Chainsaw Man. Have you heard of Chainsaw Man? That's supposed to be coming out as well.
Is it a man with a chainsaw?
It is a man with a chainsaw.
Well, there's the plot right there.
No. Let me go trailer reaction. I'm doing a reaction, motherfucker. You
This sounds like an anime. This sounds like an anime ripoff of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I'm gonna play that one too, real quick. These series are supposed to be contenders for Big 3. These two.
This is supposed to be an anime series.
They're showing manga panels right now, but yeah. This is the second trailer, so maybe it's...
Oh, dang, they ain't got a budget, huh? This animation looks awfully still. Chainsaw Man, they cut the budget.
Yeah, this is a very dark show. Is this the whole trailer? We're playing... yeah, I don't know about that one. That's Chainsaw Man trailer 2. Let's watch trailer 1, just for a brief second.
See, there's more stills.
No, this is not
3D anime.
3D anime.
Oh, I ain't watching this.
No, it's not 3D anime. Every anime has 3D in it nowadays, though.
Oh god.
Hey, Demon Slayer is 3D.
Sometimes it's mostly
No,
2D.
no,
This
no,
look like
no,
Berserk
that's
the
cap.
anime.
Demon Slayer is made by Mappa, so
Oh, you know what? Okay, I might give it a shot then.
Put some
Their
respect
3D
on
is actually
Chainsaw Man.
decent.
yeah. This show looks trippy as fuck.
Oh, okay. It's a werewolf. It's an octopus.
Yeah.
It's finger sucking. What's going on here?
I don't know.
And
That's every anime is slightly horny. So that's pretty much it.
I'm not even sure what I just watched.
All I'm saying is these two series are supposed to be really, really big series coming up. So I wanted to mention them. What do you think? You think those are series that you would be interested in watching?
Okay, now based on the trailer for both of them, I'll go one at a time. Okay,
He's gonna roast this shit.
I'm not watching Spy Family.
Why? It's gonna be good.
I watched that trailer just now, and my only takeaway is who optioned this and why.
It's supposed to be good.
It's supposed to be good, but not everything that's supposed to be good is good. Dude, Fully Cooley is supposed to be good. You like Fully Cooley, Steve?
No
Of
disrespect.
course not, because Fully Cooley is not good. A whole lot of people thought it was good, so they got an anime out of it.
All right,
Now,
cool.
I'm not gonna knock it. I will give it its fair shake. I'm gonna
Okay.
follow the 5-episode rule. I'm gonna watch 5 episodes, and if it doesn't grab me in those 5 episodes, I'm gonna drop it.
Chainsaw Man looked like they really fucking grabbed it.
Chainsaw Man is gonna lose me in the first 15 seconds because Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh, you think it's all over the place?
But I wasn't even sure I was watching a trailer for Chainsaw Man. All right, it wasn't until the very end where the man with the chainsaw on his face came out. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right. This is Chainsaw Man." There was a person with a rose mallet. There was a lichen, and there was what I can only describe as a hentai monster, unironically showing up in this plot.
A hentai monster? This guy.
It had tentacles, and it was after what appeared to be a woman. That's a hentai monster.
Okay. All right. So listen, as long as you'll watch one of them slightly, and then we can talk about it later, because I'm very interested. I'm more into manga than I would say you are. So I've been aware of these series for quite a while and meaning to read them.
Mhm.
So I think that I'm kind of excited to kind of watch it instead of read it. You know, so I'm excited for it. So I'm gonna watch both of them.
Okay, so that's on your go watch.
Yes. So anything you want to mention anime, or you don't care about anything right now? Anything Dragon Ball you want to talk about?
Well, let's see. The new chapter for Super has not dropped yet. That doesn't drop until the 20th of this month.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, not really. I just
Okay.
kind of want to see what the heck they're gonna do with this arc now, because I'm not gonna lie, I can't see the overarching story for it, but the week to week is fun to read.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
Indeed. Other than
Um.
that, I don't really got anything else for anime.
All right.
Not currently.
So I'm gonna briefly run over games. I'm still playing Elden Ring, ladies and gentlemen. The game is ridiculous. I'm working on a long ass YouTube video about it. Elden Ring is gonna be the first YouTube video that I drop. That should be coming out in maybe 3 days. So hold me to that from today. Today is the 6th. Should be coming out on the 9th. So yeah. But
Okay, so
briefly
from
on
6th to the
games.
9th, it'll come out.
Correct. So briefly on games, I know that you're excited for Star Wars Eclipse, so maybe we could put that on Go Watch. But Nintendo doing some stuff, man. Nintendo doing some stuff.
What Nintendo do?
New Pokemon.
New
I know
Pokemon?
you don't care too much about it, but we touched on it early on in our podcast.
There's always
Days,
a new Pokemon.
and that's kind of what I'm touching on this time. The first Pokemon Arceus came out, and it looks like a fucking Nintendo 64 game. It looks like a Nintendo 64 game. We will hold on. All right, no. Pokemon Arceus looks like a Nintendo 64 game, but people love it. They're saying it's like a revitalization of the series. They need to steal those mechanics and apply them to new games. And that is exactly what they're doing. The new game that they just announced coming out is basically this game, but with normal Pokemon, and it looks really good. So I've played them. I always play the Pokemon games just as for fun. I don't put too much stock into it. It's a relaxation game for me. I don't take it too serious. I just, get my starter Pokemon, smash some people, collect some badges, delete it off my hard drive. I have a good time. So, that's me. But then they also dropped Kirby trailer and demo. Well, they dropped the demo. The trailer's been out for a while. This is the first Kirby game in a long time. And it literally is Mario Odyssey, but with Kirby. And Kirby can pretty much eat anything as you would expect and become anything. So you can kind of, I don't know, it's a very creative game. It's adorable. That game looks fire, and I don't care. I'm playing that game. Then there's this game, which is probably not your cup of tea. I lost my camera there for a second. It's probably not your cup of tea, but it is mine, 100%. One of my favorite games of all time is Final Fantasy Tactics. And this game is a spiritual successor made by the same team that made Octopath Traveler. Octopath Traveler was a JRPG that dropped on the Switch like 4 years ago. It was really good. The same company is making this game, but instead of a JRPG, it's a tactics RPG. And it has like mechanics of where you can like choose what you want to do with the story. There's espionage, not espionage. There's like diplomacy. There's characters that die forever, and you have to manage that and resource management. It's like a really Game of Thronesy type game.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a great, like, I played the demo and this game was fire. One battle you could spend an hour on just trying to save all your units. Like, this game is fire. So Nintendo is dropping some fire right now. That's what I will say. I know you don't care. You're yawning. So so I will say that. We'll move past that. But Nintendo got some stuff coming out if y'all care. Dr. Stone is ending anime, manga, but I don't care about that. What else do we have? I think that's pretty much it.
Well, in terms of stuff coming out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Man, listen.
Anything else recap wise you want to talk about? I'm looking through my list here. Nothing else that we really care about.
Not really. In fact, there is one game that's coming out soon that I'm actually kind of excited for, weirdly.
Don't. What?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No. What game?
So, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker
Oh
Saga.
my God! This guy is trolling me with this shit.
Yo, listen. All right. Lego games are surprisingly well made. They are very low on the difficulty side, granted. But
That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing.
Yo, matter of fact, can I bring up
if y'all just
trailer?
If y'all just unsubscribed, I totally understand.
They ain't unsubscribe. If they clicked off the videos because they're gonna go put that game in the cart. Let me see.
I'm gonna type. I got you. I'm gonna type in baby Lego Star Wars.
Baby Lego Star. No.
What?
Type in Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
Okay.
They made a trailer a few weeks back.
I'll type it in right now. No problem.
Okay.
I'll type it in
And
right
also, Legos are low-key kind of cute, but I'll throw something at
What?
you. You know that's not the name.
I typed in baby Lego Star Wars. I wanted to see if it would come up, and it didn't come up.
There it is.
The Skywalker Saga. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Kirby blows this shit out the water. In terms, everybody has to play some cute games here or there. That's perfectly fine. You know what I mean? Kiddie games sometimes
Like,
are
there's
dope.
no way you're fine with Kirby.
Kirby is fire.
Which has a next to zero difficulty level.
No, it does not. You've never played a Kirby game.
It's
That's
Kirby.
what you just... No, Kirby games are actually difficult.
Where's the volume at?
I muted it. Why we gotta hear this?
Because
What?
Star Wars, the score, man.
All right, damn.
How dare you?
Put the sound on.
We looked at Mads Mikkelsen. You gonna watch these Legos?
Put the sound on.
New combat mechanics allow for greater mastery.
This is some white
as you
boy
plunge
talking to
into
me.
the action and defeat enemies both big
What? I shouldn't have said that.
and small. String attacks
It
together
looks
to form
cool.
impressive combo chains that deal significant damage to enemies.
Yeah.
And fend off oncoming attacks using counter maneuvers designed to defeat foes in styles tailored to your favorite characters. New
It looks
blaster
cool.
controls and mechanics put you right in
Yeah?
the middle of fierce battles.
I'm not gonna play this
and
though.
let you aim with skillful precision. And if things get too intense, take cover and assess the risks and opportunities. When the time is right, take your shot and watch as enemies react to aimed hits. Because after all,
It would
there's nothing
appear.
like having a good blaster at your side. Or choose to use a weapon from a more civilized age, as you wield a lightsaber against the
All right,
saga's
we're cutting
most
this off.
sinister
Cutting
villains.
this down.
Fight like a Jedi Knight.
Oh wait, hold up,
or
hold
someone
up.
still
Oh
mastering
yeah,
the
because your
ways.
prequels came up.
What?
But a lightsaber
The good
isn't
Star Wars
the only
movies
weapon
came
in
up?
a Jedi's arsenal.
Ew.
Remember,
We ain't getting into
the
this again.
Force is everywhere. Harness its power to lift objects, attack enemies, or influence others. Players can also take
All right,
their
that's
adventures to
enough.
new
That's
heights
enough.
by
He giving the whole game away.
Why, you don't want to spoil this team? 'Cause you're
It
gonna buy it
looks. I'm not gonna buy it. It looks cool. If it comes up free in my PlayStation Plus, I will download it.
You're gonna pay money for Kirby, but you're not gonna pay for this.
I'm gonna pay 60 hard buckaroos. All right, I'm paying for Kirby. The game look fire. As a
You're
matter of
gonna
fact,
pay for Kirby,
we watched
the
your Lego
Glizzy
Star
Gobbler,
Wars.
and you're
We
not
gonna
gonna
watch
put
the
money
Glizzy Kirby
down.
game.
Mm.
And Kirby's out here doing some AO, but it's cool.
Matter of
It's
fact, you know
cool. The
what?
game looks
There's
fire.
one other trailer that you might be interested in.
All right, hold
Because
up.
you
Let me
said
run this
earlier-
Kirby now, because you hate it.
All right, let's listen. Let's see
Join
Kirby.
Kirby on a new
Join
3D
Kirby.
adventure.
A new 3D adventure.
Spit, hover, copy,
Somebody gonna roast us the same way.
and transform. Experience a grand adventure that
He
takes
ate a car.
Kirby into a
course he
3D
did.
world.
Oh my god.
Kirby and the Forgotten
It
Land.
looks great.
One day, Kirby is pulled into a strange portal in the sky and arrives.
Somebody
in a
put
new,
a little GIF out on
mysterious
Twitter
world.
that you can wave, like you can say
He
hi.
sets out to battle
You know, like the
Beast
taunt in
Pack
Super Smash
and
Brothers where he
save
says
the
hi. He
Beast.
does that. You can do that in the game, but if you do that to like an NPC, they wave back. Isn't that great?
Travel
that's so
to a
cute.
new world
That's
where
what I'm saying.
civilization
You're
has
saying.
been overrun by
Look at
nature.
Naruto running.
That's Kirby
Discover
running.
the
What do you mean?
ruins of a shopping center,
Man.
a beach,
Naruto
where
Kirby
summer
runs.
never ends,
Looks like a cancer
an
cell.
abandoned amusement park,
Why you go dark with
a city
that?
covered in snow, and more.
What if somebody
Kirby is a
listening to this?
living malignant tumor.
Explore
It looks
each
good.
stage in 3D
Alright.
and save the Waddle Dees.
You gotta save all the Waddle Dees, man.
The Waddle Dees.
You
So
gotta
Steven,
save all the
let
Waddle
me ask
Dees.
you a quick question. So you won't buy the Lego game because
No.
it feels a little too kiddie.
Yes,
But this Fever Dream,
I gotta save the Waddle Dees, man.
you gotta say the Waddle Dees.
If
from
I don't
King
save them, who
DDD.
gonna save them? If I ain't gonna save them, it might be Meta Knight.
You
You know what I'm
gotta
saying?
say
Don't that sound harder? That's Meta. You know what I'm saying? No.
Isn't it right? Meta
I'm
Knight's the
gonna
one
play
good
it.
thing Kirby has given us.
I don't have a problem with playing it. It looks cool. If I need something to play after all the 100 games to play, I might play it. The problem with Nintendo games is them shits don't go on sale like that. You
Okay.
pay, bro. There's games I want to play right now from
Bro.
Nintendo that are still full price 5 years
Smash
later. It don't make
Brothers
sense.
is like 6 years old. Super
And it's
Smash
still
Brothers
full
Ultimate. It is full price.
What game you
Not
wanted me to
paying
look up?
$50 for an old game.
It's worth
I'll
it.
play
What
Melee.
game you wanted me to look up?
Oh. So, Star Wars Eclipse. Just look at it. Just absorb the trailer. I'll shut up.
I don't trust Star Wars, guys. All right. If
shit.
you didn't listen to any of the podcasts, I'll make it very simple with you. I'm a prequel guy. Okay. I'm a prequel guy. I like the expanded universe. I like the
Mhm.
original Star Wars films. And I like, the original Star Wars games like Knights of the Old Republic and Jedi Outcast and stuff
Mhm.
like that. This new stuff, I don't trust it. I don't trust Disney Star Wars. It's gentrified Star Wars. That's what I call it. I don't trust Starbucks Star Wars. I don't
You
trust.
don't like Star Wars when it feels like it's
No.
it's being like shoved down your throat
I don't.
and
No, I
feeling
don't.
commercialized and whatnot.
I don't like Jamba Juice Star Wars. I'm cool. on
Damn,
that.
that's crazy. You don't like it when Star Wars is mad commercialized. So how many of those games was licensed products that you mentioned? Right.
They were, but they were made by small teams. BioWare, back when nobody cared about them. You know what I'm saying?
I will give it to you. The games lately
Trash.
ain't been hitting like they're supposed to hit. There have been 2 good games. And one of those good games, which is Battlefront 2, only got good after multiple updates.
I agree with that.
Now-
Let me run this trailer that you got going.
All right.
What was the second game?
The second game.
You said Battlefront 2 and what else?
Oh, Fallen Order. Jedi Fallen Order.
You consider that a good game?
It is a good game.
Okay.
I like the story.
You have to
I
play
like
it.
the
Don't
combat
trust it.
mechanics. And then Vader shows up at the end and probably tries to crack this guy's neck. So-
All right. So I actually might play that because I like Souls-like games. All right. So Star Wars Eclipse.
Mhm. Set in the Old Republic era.
Oh my God! Don't fuck with the Old Republic, please. Gentrified Star Wars.
Oh my god.
Just make your own shit. Stop making go. I thought the little boy. I gotta do this rant. I'm sorry. I thought the little boy picked up the broom because he saw Luke. He inspired him. There's gonna be this whole generation of Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're gonna do all this new stuff.
Uh-huh.
Go do it. Go have fun.
Yeah,
Go
you
have
see,
fun. Make
that-
whatever you want to make.
that might
Leave
have
the
happened
old
once
shit
upon a
alone that
time.
you hold on. Leave the old shit alone that you know people care about and will buy. There's no reason to make a Boba Fett. There's no reason to make a Mandalorian unless you're cashing in on me to make this nigga happy. All right?
What?
All right? Stop using me to make him happy. Okay?
Listen, all right.
I'm
First
good.
of all,
You don't fuck
the
with me no more.
Mandalorian was brand new until they
No.
started bringing in old
Me
characters.
and Disney Star Wars, me and Gentrified Star Wars, we broke up. Friendship ended with Disney Star Wars. All right?
Oh my god.
You are Disney Star Wars' new best friend. Go make shit for him. Go make something new. Rogue One, have at it. Go have fun. It was good. You enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? Han Solo, go have fun. Go do what you want to do. Leave the Mandalorian alone, which was good, I heard. Leave Boba Fett alone. Leave the Old Republic alone. And go make your own
But
shit,
you see,
Disney Star Wars.
this isn't the Old Republic.
You just said it's the Old Republic.
I says the High Republic.
Oh, you just expanded my whole rant for no reason. Okay.
Yeah. I'll let you go. I'll let you go. This is a safe place for you to be wrong.
All right.
The High Republic.
I was wrong.
Okay,
but
for
I was
those
right.
Who don't know, the High Republic is a brand new era.
Wait, start again.
So for those who don't know, the High Republic is a brand new era of, Star Wars content in an era that takes place roughly, 500 years-ish before Phantom Menace. It exists in that pocket, whereas after the Old Republic, but not quite in the prequel realm. It's an unexplored area of time, or in other words, some new shit that ain't fucking with your shit.
Don't fuck with my shit. That's all I'm saying. Leave my Star Wars out of it.
They had several books. One of the books I'm in the middle of, it's actually really, really good.
You read the Disney Star Wars books?
Huh? I've read a couple of them. The novels.
Yeah, did you get your Disney frappe too? You got your fucking Jamba Juice, you jog around the hood too? Just like everybody.
Listen, all right. When there was no movies, the novels was saving Star Wars. Thrawn came from novels.
Facts.
All right.
And what they do to him?
Huh?
He in a fucking dumpster somewhere.
He's not in a dumpster.
No, he's in a dumpster somewhere.
He's off somewhere in space. I don't even know.
Look, let me watch this trailer you got me watching.
All right.
Star Wars Eclipse. It don't even sound hot. I just hate Disney Star Wars. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Just watch the trailer.
They gotta rebuild my trust.
Keep an open mind.
They gotta rebuild
watch The
my
Mandalorian
trust.
if you want your trust rebuilt.
You know what it is? I kind of don't.
Look at this.
I want to hate them. It look cool, man, but
Somebody in Star Wars came up with Fruity Loops because this beat is going.
this P5. Mike Wilman. Where the gameplay at, my nigga? No, sir.
What's wrong, Steve?
I need gameplay. I can't trust it.
It is a trailer.
Liking this shit without gameplay is like pre-ordering.
I mean, technically speaking, I'll say this for the end of the video. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
And technically speaking, you might actually be watching.
Why he look like Voldemort?
Don't turn your back on me, Harry Potter.
What the fuck fuck is that, bro? I've learned nothing. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
I want you guys to know, fans watching that could not, you listening to this, I want you to know that trailer taught me nothing. Okay? Star Wars Eclipse is a bunch of Voldemort blue niggas playing the drums. One of them came out the black water, right? This should look like a music video. Okay? A Star Wars music video.
Oh
I
my
don't know what the
god.
fuck I just watched. I don't know what I would be playing. I don't know any information. They showed me Yoda in the temple. They showed me somebody shopping in the markets of Mos Eisley. I don't know what the hell is going on. Okay, I've learned nothing,
You
and this is
wanted
why I
them though.
hate Disney
You wanted
Star
them to spoil
Wars.
the whole thing in the trailer.
The whole thing, spoil anything, literally anything,
Spoil nothing.
bro. That shit was ass.
Bro, you
That
telling
shit
me
was
that you would
ass.
have went to go see No Way Home if you were 100% sure of all the twists and turns of the story?
I need to see gameplay or some semblance of what this will be. Is
Now,
this a
this might have
Jedi
been
game?
gameplay because this was made by Quantic Dream.
What
Okay.
gameplay? I play the drums? What the fuck?
No. Okay, so Quantic Dream is the guys from Detroit Become Human and
Yeah, you
Heavy
told me.
Rain. Okay, so as you know, their
Mhm.
games tend to play a lot more like movies than games, where
Facts.
it's interactive. You choose how the story plays out. You
Mhm.
influence things that happen in the story. So technically
The
speaking,
trailer did not convey that, but I can infer that based on what the studio is about. So a story-based Star Wars game. And yeah, I'm not sold.
you're not sold.
I'm sorry, I'm skeptical. I'm kind of being an asshole, but I will say it looks gorgeous. It looks
Indeed.
beautiful. The theme, everything looks really nice. But in terms
Mhm.
of gameplay and what I would be purchasing, I have no idea.
Now, to be fair, I will probably watch this on a Let's Play because I don't like Quantic Dream's games. Like, this is a perfect game to sit down and watch. Somebody be like, we're back on part 69 of the series, Star Wars Eclipse, where on the last video we killed Yoda.
I don't know, bro. I can't get with Star Wars lately. I think for me, I'm bracing myself whenever I see anything Star Wars because I really love the IP and the world, but I really haven't liked the films and the direction that things have been going. So I'm bracing myself, but really what's my barometer for Star Wars going forward is going to be Knights of the Old Republic remake. If that hits, I might trust again.
Is it a remake or a remaster?
I think it's a remake. I want to be clear on that, but I think it's a remake. It's similar to how they massacred Final Fantasy VII.
Oh my
Knights
god.
of the Old Republic remake. I'll actually. Have you ever played Final Fantasy VII before?
I have not.
Yeah, it's a remake.
Okay, so it's from the ground up. They might be doing some different stuff, but it's going to be like the
Yes.
same gist.
Rumor: Knights of the Old Republic remake plans to overhaul gameplay.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
I mean, it's a turn-based RPG that is very antiquated, and how they did it.
It's turn-based.
The Knights of the Old Republic original game is turn-based. Yes, it's the
Ew.
turn-based Star Wars game. It's actually fire because it's live. Listen, okay, it's turn-based. But Mass Effect is turn-based. You know that, right?
It's not turn-based.
Got that, motherfucker. Yes, it is.
Dude,
It's
Mass
the same.
Effect is not turn-based.
So BioWare, and I don't know the entire history of the studio. I actually plan on researching it, but I do know Jade Empire is a martial arts game that kind of they started this with, which was a turn-based game with skills and abilities in which you can move around, but all your actions that you take are in a turn-based order, even though the game looks like an action game. Knights of the Old Republic was the second game that did that, and it was their big hit in terms of, yes, you battle like an action game, but you're selecting your actions from a hotbar menu, right? And it's a strategy based on who goes first, when you go first, critical hits, dodges, misses. It's an action game it's a turn-based game that looks like an action game. Mass Effect is the same thing, but people don't necessarily realize it because it's ranged. So you're shooting at someone and it says miss or critical hit or whatever, but
Okay.
it is turn-based.
Let me ask you this, Steven.
Mhm.
Have you ever played a Mass Effect game?
I've played all 3. There's only 3.
Bro, I have
There's
played.
only 3.
I played
Just
2
letting
of
you
them.
guys know.
I mean,
It's a
there's only.
turn-based
Oh
game.
yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, there is only 3.
So
That
yeah.
business on Andromeda doesn't count.
You're going to tell me it's not, but then trust me, it is turn-based.
Bro, I'm not sure what settings you put your copy on that made it lock movement 1-to-1. But that's a third person shooter if I ever seen one.
So, yes, they added. So, think of it like this, right? When you shoot in Mass Effect, you are shooting your gun like normal, right?
Mhm.
The shooting happens like normal. The game is
Mhm.
basically an FPS game, but the way the combat plays out, if you ever notice there's delays in your actions, there's delays in if you're shooting and then you switch to use an ability, stuff like that. There's a cooldown. It is mostly an FPS game, but it still has the remnants of the turn-based elements that the original games had. That's what I'm trying to say. So yes, you can play it and not even notice, but there are turn-based elements now. It's kind of evolved closer to an action game. Do you understand what I'm saying now?
Oh, I kind of want to start a Let's Play channel now because this sounds wrong.
I'm telling you. But anyway, it's a remake. I don't trust Star Wars until I see that game.
I trust
So,
Star Wars
I
to
don't
be
trust it.
consistently all over the place in terms of quality.
Okay.
Which is why I have no problem opening my heart and finding new things to either like or dislike. And who knows? I probably won't even like Star Wars Eclipse. The High Republic, for as good as the stories are, isn't exactly my favorite era of Star Wars. That's probably
Yeah,
still
I
going to
feel
be
you.
the originals.
Yeah.
But I am 100% fine with watching something Star Wars related and being like,
Mhm.
yeah, that was okay, or yeah, that could have been better. Because
Right.
at this point, it's a series about space wizards. It's going to be
It's
all over the
not
place.
Space Wizards.
It's space wizards. They do magic.
No,
They
it's
have
not.
robes.
No, it's
They
not.
have a secret magical set order. All right. There's people doing dark magic. There's people doing light magic.
Listen, okay? It's not just space magic. We're not doing this again. We did a whole episode on this shit.
It's space magic. It's Steven. You know space
We need
magic.
to agree to disagree on this one unless we do a rematch. But until then, I concede. All right.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Let me look at my notes here. So we did Pokemon. I did have one question.
What's up?
And this will be a great ending. Okay. How quickly do you drop things and why do you drop things?
I'm
Because
clumsy.
just like
I
we
drop them
talked
all the time.
about just like we talked about before, getting into a show is very difficult because of time constraints. How often do you actually get into something and when do you decide to cut it off? I'm talking a game, I'm talking a movie, talking a series, an anime. When was the last time you dropped something and why?
My Hero Academia.
You dropped MHA.
I haven't dropped it completely. Like, I still fully intend to go back to it. However, I'll put it this way. Season 1 came out, I watched every episode. Season 2 came out, I watched every episode. Season 3 came out, I watched every single episode. Season 4, I am not even sure where I left off at story-wise.
Why?
Because it didn't feel like there was like plot progression.
Mm-hmm.
The plot was progressing, but it felt like it had taken a step back stakes wise. And so I didn't feel as engaged to keep going forward.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll even put it this way. At one point, I dropped Attack on Titan because when it got to season 2, and then looking back now, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back now, season 2 is very important to the overall story. And you can't even get to the point of the ending without season 2.
Facts.
But in the moment, it had been 5 years since season 1 dropped, and I was like, this isn't It's not giving what it's supposed to give. I need something more, man. And so I dropped it. And it took me several years to be like, you know what, I'll just start it over. And I binged it straight through to season 4.
Gotcha.
Best decision I ever made, anime wise.
So it's not necessarily dropping things is a bad thing. You kind of have I noticed for me too. I kind of have shows I'm watching for specific reasons. So I
Mm-hmm.
have my weekly shows, I have my binge shows, and I have, shows that I might check up on every now and again if I feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, Demon Slayer, I've famously dropped because I do not like Zenitsu. I hate that character. Now, I understand that I missed his coolest moment by dropping it when I did, but I plan to binge it later when it, completely wraps. I want to just boom, run through it and just get it out the way
Under
because
breathing, first form,
all I'm saying is the
flash and
first
clap,
season,
and
the
you over
first
here. Oh my god! But go
the
ahead.
first season to me, I don't even know if you would consider it the first season, but leading up to becoming a demon slayer, to actually becoming a demon slayer, was too much of a change for me, and I did not like it. I
How is
really
that a
like.
change?
So maybe this is news, but for me, the whole process of the training, why he wanted to become a demon slayer, fighting the monster in the forest with all the other people that were trying to become a demon slayer, all of that was fire to me,
Uh-huh.
right? When he became a demon slayer, I felt like it was like the end of the story in a way. It was like, okay, what else is there to do? He's chasing after this guy. He goes to this random village they sent him to, and I'm like, the plot isn't linear anymore. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
just open to whatever they want to do, and I kind of lost interest a little bit.
Okay.
So I was losing interest, and then they introduced a character. I'm already, how many episodes is that? 10, 15 episodes in?
Mm-hmm.
And now you introduce this companion character who's really fucking annoying. And I'm like, when are we gonna get away from this nigga? And I'll keep watching, and I'm like, wait, he's still here. And then they introduce another dude, and I'm like, he's cool, but he's kind of annoying too. And I'm like, wait, we're a companion anime now? When did I really liked what I was watching before all of this happened? And I kind of said, I'll come back to it later. That's my Demon Slayer experience. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that kind of felt that way. People just probably kind of kept going through it, but you know, I had other shows to
Okay.
watch, so I dropped it. But yeah, I've dropped shows for that reason. I need a show to binge. So that's my binge show for right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Hmm. Now,
yours should be One Piece. I'm just saying.
oh no, 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 no. Now, to my credit, I've only ever dropped one show because it was bad. Usually, if a show is bad, I'll keep watching because usually when it comes to anime, it'll be so bad it's good.
Facts.
Like, I think my favorite terrible anime was Elephant Laid. That anime is super hot garbage.
Well, so you probably don't watch a lot of shows then. Do you
Oh, no,
start a lot of shows?
I watch a good amount of shows. It's just that usually, if I'm going to watch it, I've already heard that's good.
Oh, so you need a recommendation to start something.
Uh-huh. The one show that I found out while I was watching how bad it was Promised Neverland season 2. That's
Hmm.
the only show that I dropped
I don't
because
know
it
what
was
you're
just
talking about, but
terrible.
yeah.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's right. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have said if they had
Never heard
animated
of
a
it.
season 2.
Mm-hmm.
If they ever get around to animating season 2 of it, it's a shame that it got canceled partway through
It
development.
got canceled right away. That was rude. That was brutal.
Exactly.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because
No,
can you
for me it was
imagine if it
Fairy
came
Tail.
out and skipped most of the story? Can you just imagine that?
Yeah, they just skipped most of the story. That would be wild if someone did that. That would be
That would be insane.
somebody
And
would
if they
be
changed
fired
some of it,
for that shit.
exactly.
No, for me it was Fairy Tail. I was getting Fairy Tail vibes from Black Clover, so I stopped before I even started. But yeah, Fairy
Apparently, that
Tail
was a
for
mistake.
me, no, Fairy Tail for me just disrespected my time. Like, that shit just disrespected my
And didn't
time.
even wasted it, disrespected it.
It disrespected my time, bro. It just got to a point where watching it just felt like no stakes even mattered anymore. People would just get ridiculous power ups. that just didn't matter next time. It's like, oh, you're the sacred dragon, and then next series there's the sacred dragon who's even stronger than you. So then now you become the sacred dragon, and it
Oh
just
my
keeps
god.
happening, and it's like, this is trash, bro. This shit garbage.
Yo, don't you hate it when animes pull that like butt pull transformations?
That shit is the equivalent of playing a game and you see the same enemy, but he's red. That's the same shit. Like, you get to a new area and it's all the same niggas, but they red and blue now. Like, what?
Whole fact.
So you get to the new season and it's the same shit. It's like, what? I'm not watching this again. Like, nah. I'm cool,
It's
bro.
like,
Don't disrespect me.
It's
They
like
did
in
that
Dragon
shit
Ball
3
Super,
times.
where was it called? What was it? In the Tournament of Power, you have Goku with his Ultra Instinct, and it's like built up to, was hinted at, like, oh, so now he's been training under Whis, who is teaching him like how to move like an angel and whatnot. And hey, you gotta figure this out. You gotta learn how to move without thinking. And then it happens. You're like, that's good. That's build up. Vegeta busts out some blue Sharpie and colors his hair bluer. And he said, and now I've surpassed you. I'm like, wait. How?
Evolved.
And then all the characters are like, yes, just like it was always meant to happen. Like,
but the thing about Dragon Ball has never, well, not Dragon Ball Z, in terms of power-ups, has never pretended to be deep. It's always the execution of how they do the show. So I think when people outside who, like the younger people, who their favorite anime is My Hero Academia, I'm like, okay, you poor thing. They look at Dragon Ball and they're like, it's the same thing. It's trash. It's like, yeah, but you don't get it. What makes it interesting is like,
it was a different time.
It was a different time, youngster. Like, it's not that they did the power up or that it's cliche. It's the fact that it was exciting how they executed it. The fights are good. The moments are good. It's worth a watch.
In fact,
it's not. Yeah.
You know what would be a good question? What's your least favorite? What transformation of power up do you feel was like the most out of nowhere nonsensical in any of the shows that you've watched?
Any show that I've watched, what is the worst power up I've ever seen?
Yes. The most out of nowhere. This makes no sense. How did he do that? Why is he red? That whole shebang. What's the worst one?
The full bring arc from fucking. Yo, what the fuck is full bring?
I've lost my Soul Reaper powers. Here,
Yo.
take this swastika.
Yo, it's like Kubo watched the Banto arc and was like, I should do that for real. No, nigga, you stole from yourself? Like, what the fuck?
I was like, hey, those guys are on to something.
That nigga hustling backwards. Like, what are you doing? Like, he literally copied the filler writers. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. That's why niggas made him sit down for 5 years, bro. Don't even do your last arc. Cancel this shit right now. Go hang out with your wife for a little bit.
Once they saw
and
you
then
go
come
bust
back.
out that swastika, that's when they were like, yeah. Yeah, we can't.
Yo, Ichigo was like, Ichigo was like, I'm a hollow fucking Soul Reaper Ultra Master Bankai. And then it was like, oh yeah? That shit don't work here. And picked him up and put him inside a dollhouse where his powers don't work. And then let a little teddy bear beat his ass for hours.
It was so bad
I'm like,
that
what
as soon as he mastered Full Bring, they just gave him back the Soul Reaper power.
Yo, what the fuck was that?
It's like the editor came marching in the room like, you need to fix this shit now.
What? No, I never told you to do that. I said give him a new power up, not a new power, nigga. What the fuck?
I said, we need to bring this story around full circle, and you heard Full Bring.
That's the worst power up That is by far the worst power up, and I have a hot take. Sage mode is terrible. Sage mode Naruto makes no sense. It's a cool power, but it makes no sense how he got it.
Sense.
It makes no sense how he got that power that quickly. I know he Naruto and he got plot armor. I personally think he went and trained with the Toads, and then all of a sudden he just hit harder and moved faster, and he's a sage, and doesn't make any sense because Jiraiya is not that.
Whatever.
Jiraiya don't have sage mode
He
necessarily.
did have sage mode.
Does he have sage mode?
He had sage mode. He just wasn't good at it.
Well, that's what my memory is foggy, but I know that he didn't have the same level that Naruto did.
No, he was strong. Just that he couldn't maintain it, and
There we go.
B needed help to keep the mode going.
Forgive me. And Naruto's endless chakra allows him to do all of these things, and it's dope. But I just think it was an ass pull that like Naruto literally just proved himself as a fucking monster by beating Hidan and Kaku and all these other dudes. He was a monster. He hit somebody with some shit. They was laid up in the hospital. Right? Okay. The insides was fucked up. I'm like, yo, Naruto can go toe to toe with Sasuke. He's the man, bro. He's getting smarter. And then they just said, okay, we're gonna put pain on him now. And I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna be crazy. And things play out how they play out. And the power up they choose to give him is Sage Mode, and I just felt like that was kind of ass pulley, and it wasn't the trajectory that Naruto should have been going down. I think later he kind of got what he was supposed to get. I think he should have moved towards more of like the fourth instead of more like Jiraiya. But
now I think we have a completely opposite mindset on that, man.
I mean, I don't hate it. I just think I didn't care
power
for it.
up, and I think Kurama chakra mode
fire
just didn't need to happen.
No, I think that's fire.
They gave him a Super Saiyan power up.
No, they literally made sense of so Sage Mode only exists because he has Kurama in him and he's using the chakra.
No, he's not. In fact, Kurama made it so that it's actually a lot harder for Naruto to keep that balance because, and this is the Naruto nerd coming out of me.
I don't remember as much as you do.
Yeah, the only reason I remember most of this stuff is because me being the positive influence that I am, I dragged one of my nieces into watching Naruto, and so I had the opportunity to rewatch the Pain arc. And in that arc, it's explained that Sage Mode is like maintained by keeping a balance between your regular chakra, your physical chakra, and nature chakra. So you're adding a third thing onto the two that you already had in balance. Naruto's messed up because he has so much freaking chakra that it keeps it, it's hard to maintain the balance already. So now he's adding a third one in, and actually made it extremely difficult. The reason why he mastered it so fast is because he got them clones.
And you know that makes no sense, right? Because the only reason he could make so many clones is because he has so much chakra.
Yeah.
No. I just think it's a lame power up that like he really just sat with some people and came. He really pulled like a Snake Way Goku type shit. Like he just went and learned 10 times.
You ain't about to tell me that.
He really just that's Kaioken.
You not
Sage
about
mode
to
is
tell
Kaioken.
me Kaioken is asshole.
Sage mode is Kaioken.
That's what it's supposed to be. You about to say Kaioken is asshole? Steven, you not about to say this man died for this technique. It's not a
So I think that I think that's a great way to wrap because that's 100% correct, and I want to dive deeper into next week. I want to dive deeper into character
into next
development.
Week where I convince you with that same argument that Luke did nothing wrong in The Last Jedi. On that note,
Star Wars is banned from this podcast because it's too incendiary. Okay. I want to discuss character development next week, and we're going to talk about some of our favorite character developments or favorite character arcs because we're going to need to.
Indeed.
Quite frankly. And especially with Attack on Titan coming up, I guarantee you it's going to be a lot to talk about because it will be very topical. and I
Indeed.
kind of want to discuss that. So yeah,
I'm
it
pretty
was
sure
a good
because you've been
show.
seething with anger over what you can't talk about with this show for a hot minute.
All I'll say is this: I feel like, how can I not ruin this?
Don't save it for next week, man. If it wraps up next
Bro.
week, we will talk about Attack on Titan and character development all the way through the podcast. Well, probably not all the way
Eren,
through the podcast.
bro, Eren, man,
Your reaction is starting to spoil the
fucking
plot for me.
Eren, bro. No, you don't know. You trust me, you don't know. But fucking Eren, and it's big fuck Armin energy over here. I'm just saying.
Listen, all right. Me personally, I hope Eren gets decapitated.
Listen. We're gonna end on this note. And I'm gonna get the outro ready. Okay.
All right.
You ready
Cue it
for
up.
this?
Mhm.
You ready for this statement?
Yeah.
Erwin should have eaten the colossal titan.
Erwin is a terrible military leader. Who's
That's it. Podcast outro.
More of his men.
Oh, you can't hear it.